everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some frequently asked questions that I get all about my hair. So my hair has grown extremely long in the last few months, especially during lockdown and quarantine. It has really grown to the longest that I think it's probably ever been, and it's in a really nice, healthy and good state. I get lots of comments and questions about it, so I thought I would just make a quick video just sharing everything that I use, everything I do, all the things I don't do, like some of the things that I've stopped doing that I think have contributed to it becoming really healthy and shiny. So if you're interested in this type of content, I know it is a little bit different to what I usually post on my channel, but it's stuff that I really like and I'm interested in, and I'm interested in sharing it obviously with people who ask. So if you're interested in all the things that I do and don't do to have grown my hair super long, really healthy and very shiny, please keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the products that I use, and of course I'm going to start off with the shampoo and conditioner. Now, I have used everything from the most budget, basic grocery store brands to really high-end salon products and everything in between. And to be honest, the thing that I have gone back to in the last 12 months has been a very basic teen favorite of mine, and that is these Pantene products. I used to use Pantene honestly when I was a teen and in my early 20s, and I have gone back to it off and on over the years, but the thing that really attracted me to this product was its packaging and the fact that it is in a pump pack. I am literally a sucker for a pump pack because I am all for anything that is going to save me time and effort, like down to the last second, and there is literally no exception. Even in the shower, I like to stick to that rule. Whatever is convenient and easy is always going to be attractive to me. The first one that I picked up in this series was the charcoal one. And as you can see, I almost use it all the way to the bottom. But like is so typical of me, I hardly ever use anything like right the way to the bottom before I'm like, I've got to try something new. So in the same line, I also picked up the aloe vera version of it, which I also love. But while I was using this, and I always pick these up when they're on sale, the rose water version came out and it became available on sale, so I picked these up to try them, and this is honestly my favorite out of all three. So I like them all and I like them for different reasons, but this one all round is my favorite, and not only because it's pink and it goes with my home decor, but I just really love it. They leave your hair feeling so super clean, and they don't leave your hair with that weighed down residue feeling that I feel a lot of shampoos and particularly conditioners do. They just leave your hair feeling super clean. This one is my favorite because it's just really clean, but it just leaves it feeling nice and lightweight. The other two are also great, but just out of the three, I prefer the formula and also the color packaging of the rose water. They are quite similar in their formulation, and I love the result that they all have. And so when they are all quite similar, I'm probably just going to make my final decision on the one that is the most aesthetically pleasing to me, and that is this pink one. It's got a super light fragrance. It's definitely not overpowering. It doesn't smell fake or synthetic at all. I absolutely love it. It works great. It makes your scalp feel really nice and clean. It makes your hair feel super clean, but it just makes it feel really silky and shiny without the real residue feeling that some conditioners can leave, which I really don't like. And honestly, I've tried some shampoos and conditioners, and when they've left my hair like that, I have literally stopped using them after the first 1 or 2 uses. What do I do with products that I don't use? I actually pass them on to my boys. My boys are turning 9 and 14. Honestly, they are not particularly fussed about what they wash and condition their hair with. And then if I do have extra conditioner, I will actually use it as like a shaving cream substitute. If you're using a razor to shave your legs, you can always use conditioner that you don't like using on your head for a shaving cream substitute. It gives it a really nice, soft, silky, smooth feeling that is fine for shaving when it's not suited for your head or your scalp. So the next thing that I think that has contributed to my hair being really long, growing really long, feeling really strong and healthy is something that I've stopped doing, and that's something that I've stopped doing during lockdown, and that is box dyeing my hair all over. So at the end of last year, I got balayage highlights throughout my hair. Prior to that, I used to box dye my hair, and what I mean by box dyeing is obviously the box dyes that you can buy from the pharmacy or the drugstore or the grocery store, and just DIYing box color all over my hair. So I would do it from root to tip all the way. And I would do that about every month or every 6 weeks or so. And I noticed that when I would do this, not only when I was just doing the dye and washing it out in the shower afterwards, literally handfuls of hair would come out in clumps after I'd finished. And then every time I'd wash my hair, I noticed a lot of hair fall. So at the end of last year, as I mentioned, I got blonde balayage done through my hair. And so I stopped doing all over box dyes. Then lockdown came and we had no access to salons at all. So even to touch up my roots, all I would do is just mix up the smallest amount of a box dye. I would just use a tube of color and some developer, mix up a really small amount, and then I would just apply it just to the roots. So just that tiny little bit where I needed the gray coverage. I would just do that to touch up the roots, and that is it. I definitely have not done any roots to tip dyeing since the start of lockdown, and in fact since the end of last year. And I 100% believe that stopping doing that all over box dye is something that has definitely contributed to me being able to grow my hair past it used to stop growing really like around about here. So it would get down to like just above my bra strap, and I couldn't get it to grow any longer than that. So if you look back in old videos or old photos on my Instagram, you'll know that I dyed my hair previously the darkest brown that you could find, and sometimes like a brown black, almost a brown black. So I think that harsh color and those harsh chemicals definitely contributed to breakage, to poor quality and condition, and to it not being able to grow past a certain length. I 100% believe that by stopping that box dyeing of my hair, it has definitely contributed to the overall condition of my hair. 100%, no questions asked. Right, another thing that I've done is something pretty simple, and this is something that I've started doing over the last kind of 6 to 8 months, and that is taking hair, skin and nail specific supplements. So this is just the brand that I've been using, Nature's Way from Vita Gummies. I get mine from Chemist Warehouse, not sponsored, no affiliation at all. It's just what I've purchased with my own money, which is something that potentially could be a contributing factor to the fact that my hair has gotten so long, so healthy, really shiny, in really good condition, and gets a ton of compliments. On top of the hair, skin and nails supplement that I take, which is just in gummy form, and I think this is the second tub of these that I'm on. I've also been consistently taking some type of collagen supplement. So I usually go between the two of these. This one is in liquid format. I just keep it in the fridge with the little measuring cap on top. And then each day I will just pour out the dose, drink it, rinse it off, put it back in the fridge, and it's right there by my coffee milk. So every day I'm gonna have a coffee, every day it's right there reminding me to take the collagen. Sometimes throughout the day I will have one of these, and this is just in tablet form. It's effervescent like a Barocca. I will put it into some sparkling soda water that I make from my soda stream and just sip on this throughout the day. 2 really simple, very easy ways to incorporate collagen supplements into your everyday diet. Although I can't definitively say it was one thing or the other that led to it. I'm certain that it's a combination of these things that has led to my hair being in a really improved condition over the last few months. All right, let's move on to products that I use for styling. So a couple of things that I think definitely help with your hair and your quality and the condition of your hair. I honestly heat style my hair multiple times a week. I will either blow dry it, straighten it, or use a GHD straightening iron to curl it. And I do this probably every second or third day. I definitely heat style my hair, but I do take the time to protect it as much as I can. So before I blow dry it, I will use a heat protectant spray. I personally use this one. It is Tresemme. This is just drugstore, chemist, grocery store available. So really affordable. Definitely a budget version. I know that heat protectant sprays can get really expensive, so this one's a nice affordable version. Another one that I've been using recently is this one. It is AG Hair Care Firewall, and I love this one, but you don't use a lot of it. You just use the tiniest amount, and I will spray this on before I hot iron. So I don't use it before I blow dry, but I spray this one on just really lightly before I hot iron, and then I also use it as just like a fine spray to just add gloss and shine. It is argan oil based, so you don't want to use too much of it. You definitely don't want to use too much of it, or it will leave your hair with that like weighed down feeling. But if you just use the tiniest amount, just spraying it before you brush it through, it leaves a beautiful shine, and it will just tame any flyaways that you've got. This one I think I picked up from, I think it's Price Attack, but you can definitely get this online. I've seen it available online as well, and I'll leave it linked below. A couple of other things that I think may contribute to the overall health and well-being of your hair, and that's the brushes that you use. So I use these two interchangeably. This one is just a wet brush, so it's just a basic wet brush, and this one is a tangle teaser. I've had this one for quite a few years now, and I think I've had this one since I think the start of the year. These are both readily available in drugstores, chemists, grocery stores, health and beauty stores. The majority of my health and beauty products I pick up from Chemist Warehouse. Again, this video is not sponsored. I purchase everything that I'm mentioning here with my own money, with my own funds, not affiliated in any way. But I love the fact that Chemist Warehouse offers all your health and beauty needs at a very discounted price every day. So there are other pharmacies in Australia, you know, the ones, the big chain ones, where they offer every few months like a 40% discount on certain beauty items. Chemist Warehouse, you don't have to wait for those sales because they are like on sale every day, especially drugstore makeup brands. You can always find stuff on sale there, so I would definitely recommend checking out Chemist Warehouse if you're in Australia, and I think they are in some overseas countries as well. I follow them on Instagram, and I think they opened their first store in Ireland recently. So if you are anywhere near Chemist Warehouse, definitely go and check them out because they are well worth a visit to get anything that is health and beauty, supplements. I get protein powder from there, drugstore makeup brands, hair care, hair products, all of my supplements at a really great discounted price. Just following on from those styling products that I use, I use my GHD as my only styling tool. I don't have curling wands or curling irons. I just use a flat ironing straightener for flat ironing my hair and also for doing curls. I have shared in a previous video how I do my curls sometimes. I'll just put my hair up in a ponytail and I will just curl the ponytail, and that's a really quick and easy way to get very, very fast straightener curls. Alright, so let's get into a little quick tutorial on how I do my straightener curls. It is, like I mentioned, something that I get asked a lot about. It's not the usual typical content that you'll see on this channel, but this is the content that I enjoy watching, so I'm going to be creating a bit of different content just to, make sure that I'm answering the questions and requests from the subscribers, and just also mixing it up so it stays interesting and fun for me, creating videos on YouTube. So let's get into the tutorial side of this. Okay, I just had to put the aircon on because it's so hot in here. Now, I'm not 100% certain whether I'm going to put this up on YouTube or I might put it up on an IGTV. We'll see how we go, what the quality of the video looks like. But basically, I just start by sectioning my hair, and I'll just take the top section and just clip it out of the way so that I can just work on the bottom. So I can just work on the bottom half. And then, like I said, I will just spray with this, or if you do have this, I'll use this. And then just parting it in half to each side. I'll start from the back. Typically, I will start from the back, and then all I do is I will get the GHD and I'll do a couple of passes, one or a couple of passes down along the hair strands. Then I will get it and I'll go about halfway down, then flip the hair completely over so it's completely wrapped around. And then for long lasting curls, you want to go slowly down the hair all the way to the end. Okay, so just getting off a section of hair that you've sprayed down with heat protectant spray. Pass it through like once or twice just to make it all straight and hot. Take it down to the halfway point and then flip the hair completely around in the barrel. And then slowly pulling it down. And that is going to give you a nice tight curl. And then I just flip it to the back and continue working section by section to the front. Occasionally I need to breathe. And then as each section is curled, I I'll just flip it to the back.
Don't hold me back now.
And then continue working. Alright, I'm going to put some music on and I will just edit this in fast forward because it is not the most exciting thing to watch someone curl their hair. You're just after the next layer and the end result. Hey Siri, play Camila Cabello, Never Be the Same Again.
Never Be the Same by Camila Cabello now playing.
Occasionally I need to breathe. Stop me for a second, I got needs. Occasionally I set them free. Don't hold me back now, I'm in the lead. This part, so cold life. All I need, all I need. So cold life.
Alright, now I just wanted to jump back on here, and after I've curled them all, I will just go in and spray them. I love to use this L'Oreal Elmet flexible hold, so you can get a lot of different variations of this. It used to come in a gold can. I've shared it on this channel before when I showed how I curl my hair with the ponytail technique, and then I just spray it and just leave it alone until it completely cools down, and then I will start on the other side and do the exact same thing.
Time to be alive. Lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. 'Cause lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Before I knew it, I was hurt by some stupid thing I overheard. I never built the wall to shut it all out, but now it's even made of concrete. This part, so cold life. This part, so cold life. What a time to be alive. Lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. 'Cause lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down.
See how they start from just where you want them to? Honestly, if you started curling your hair from up here, you're gonna have like a big poof of hair. I like it how it's like slick to your head and then it just cascades, like it tumbles down in a cascade of curls. And I know they look tight and ringlety right now, but that's what you want because that's what's gonna make them last the longest. And you wanna spray them and don't touch them. Don't touch them until they are completely cool. So don't brush them through yet, but make sure you use a flexible hold hairspray. You need to have a flexible hold hairspray because if you spray one that is like a cement hold or super hold, when you brush it out, it's just gonna grip onto that super hold and it's just gonna brush it and it will just be brushed out to nothing. So you definitely want a flexible hold hairspray to give you the longest lasting curls possible. Alright, and that hasn't taken long at all. It's taken 3 songs so far. So hoping to get this finished like within 4, maybe 5 songs. Hey Siri, press play on music.
Okay, playing on Apple Music.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet. Being to myself.
Don't try and concentrate on the viewfinder while you're spraying your hair, because you'll spray your eye with hairspray. So I've just finished the top layer. That is it curled up. And like I said, I have sprayed it with some flexible hold hairspray. And now I'm just going to leave it to completely cool before even touching it. So don't want to brush it out until it is completely cold. Otherwise it's going to make those curls drop sooner and they won't be as long lasting. So I'm just going to let them cool down and then I'll be back to brush it out with you in a bit. So that it took about 13 minutes all up, and I do have quite long hair and I wasn't doing it as quickly as possible because I do have the camera right in front of my face, so I can't see the mirror really quickly. So I was kind of doing this blind, but that's how it looks. That's more or less what it looks like when it's just been curled and not brushed out. And honestly, sometimes I'll just leave it like this and then it will kind of just fall throughout the day. But sometimes once it's cooled, I will either just comb it through with my fingers or I will just kind of give it a really light brush. So it just depends on what kind of look I'm looking for. But I really actually like it when it's these kind of tight, really polished, finished curls, not like the beachy waves. So it just depends what look you're after. And the thing about curling your hair is it really makes the highlights stand out. And they look really pretty. Alright, so let's leave that to cool for a bit and I'll check in with you in a little while. Now I just went and checked it in the mirror and there was one section that I either missed altogether or that just didn't curl properly. So I'm just going to go over that.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do last night? Can someone make this headache go away? Yesterday was supposed to be quiet.
Okay, so the curls are all pretty much cooled down now. So now it's good to go through and just lightly work your fingers through them if you are looking for that more sort of beachy wave. Just wanting to make sure that they stay all together and not just like separate and get all frizzy and horrible. So once you've done that, again, give them a nice spray down. Just play around with them until you get them how you like. And then I like to give a little spray just to stop any flyaways. And then just lightly, because this can weigh down. Just lightly, go easy. You don't want to put too much product, otherwise it's going to weigh the curls down and they won't last for as long. But that is seriously the quickest and easiest way to get really long lasting beachy curly waves. And I find that if you do want them back more curly, just give them a quick scrunch. And that is it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this very different style video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If this is your first video that you've watched on my channel, be sure to subscribe before you go if you're into this type of video content. I make videos on cleaning, organizing, getting your life under control, getting your stuff together, all that kind of fun stuff for motivating and inspiring women to lead their absolute best lives. So if that sounds like your jam, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll leave some videos linked in the description below that I think you'll enjoy. And with all that said, I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone. So hot. So hot, but so pretty.
I wake up from the sunshine on my face, so dehydrated, don't know what to say. Who's sleeping by my side? What did I do that?